welcome back. On the show today, we have Jake Fine. He's a musician. He's part of our accessible media course. Jake, thanks for coming on today. Can you tell us a little bit what's going on with your music? And I got a ton of questions for you. So tell us your band, what your position is, how long you've been playing.
So yeah, I am in a band. We call ourselves Nothing Does because we've had a lot of trouble finding a name that we could all fit. So I jokingly said, what if we just called ourselves Nothing Does? And that's kind of been what we've stuck with for a while now. And right now we're pretty early on. We played a couple of shows and we're working on writing our first couple of singles. Our bassist Kixie, she has her own solo career and she's played a lot of shows. She's toured. She's even opened for Wheatus, which is a pretty big deal. And we're really happy to have her. And she's sort of been leading us in creating our first demos. And we've written a couple of songs. We're just sort of working out the sort of quirks and figuring out what exact kind of sound we want and how to mesh our sort of different ideas and different styles together. So it's been really exciting.
How many people in the band?
So the band was started as 4, and then we kept having cancellations with practices, and now we only have 3 people. And which I've learned, if you're going to start a band, you want 3 people, and if you can manage to keep your band as low as possible, it's the best way to do it because you can hear each other, and then it's just less people to depend on.
Well, power trio, plus the money doesn't have to go, when you get paid at gigs, doesn't have to go around to more than 3 people. You got Rush. I love the story of your band because I don't know if you knew, but the band kind of went the same, through the same scenario. They couldn't figure a name for their band, and everybody just says, "Oh, it's the band." So they call themselves the band, and guess who copied the Who? Because nobody knew who they were, so they kept on saying, "Guess who?" Like that's what they said, "Guess who?" And someone says, "Hey, that's what you should name your band, Guess Who?" So it's kind of like fits into what you're doing with your band. But you're a song. You guys are songwriters too, eh?
I'm not as much. I've sort of been learning as we've been going, and I have a lot of ideas and a lot of visual ideas. But music writing is fairly new for me. So I'm still kind of learning how to do that, but I'm enjoying the process as we're going.
And you're the lead vocal, are you not?
I am lead vocals, although eventually we may find somebody else because I'm not really a singer per se. But once the other guitarist left, we were just kind of like, well, somebody has to do it. So we've all kind of traded, but I've mostly done the singing.
Nice. And you're a guitar player too?
Yes, I am.
And what's your genre? Or do you guys play a lot of everything, or what do you like to play? What type of music?
So my big inspirations, like for picking up guitar, was the White Stripes and Jack White. And he takes a lot from old blues and from punk rock, and I really wanted to delve into that. And then I started learning more Nirvana, and I'm starting to listen to Deftones and trying to expose myself to more of those alternative bands. And I'm hoping to create something that sort of delves into that sort of subgenre of like alternative, heavier sort of, in not metal per se, but punk, trying to expose into heavier territories.
Well, I'm a Jack White fan. I love his hard punk rock. Like he's a hard punk rocker. I would sort of put him. He's a rock, a little bit of punk. So it's good that you're a musician because obviously I'm a lot older than you, and I come from the world of live music, right? Like I love live music, and unfortunately, it seems to be, I don't know if it's a dying art among the new generation, but it's a hard work. Like if you want to be a musician, you got to practice. So that's really good that you talked about you do things repetitively over and over again because, as a musician, it's all about putting the hours in, right? 10,000 hours for that guitar player sort of thing, right? So that's
exactly
great.
How I learned guitar.
And do you have anything coming up, or is there anything you want to share with the band where your viewers can sort of tune in, or are you guys playing anywhere, or news you can share?
At the moment for our band, no, but I do believe my bassist is playing a show. I don't have it written down, but you can follow her on Instagram, Kixie. So Kick, and then SIE, Kixie. You can follow her, and she has a lot of shows coming up. She's also a really brilliant and talented songwriter, and she does a lot of performances in the city and throughout the province.
And if people want to find out more about you, Jake, or your band, is there anywhere they could go, a Facebook page or anything like that? Do you have?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Manic Panic Beatnik, or you can follow my Instagram. My band page is Instagram, Nothing Does. So it's Nothing Does and exclamation or nothing. It's Nothing Does Band, no spaces and no capitals. I'm just looking because I have them written
Okay.
down.
Well, that's great, Jake. I really appreciate being on today. When we come back, I'm going to make an announcement regarding Jake in our music show. So, Jake, thanks again for coming on today. Please come keep us updated with your accessible media courses. Congratulations on that, and congratulations on your band. I'll let you get back to class. There you go.
Thank you so much.
So stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to have on our second guest, who's also from the accessible media course. We're going to have Josh Clemens. Wonderful guy, lots to say, very talented. You're watching the Today Show. We'll be right back.